So, yeah, it's sad to see it go. I've been watching that show for a long time. So, I think since they introduced Deathstroke in it, I was like, what? A live-action Deathstroke? Yes, I need to see this. So that was season 2, and since then, since season 2 was out, I have been watching it live, essentially. And it's just amazing to see the iterations of some of these characters come to life. And then all of the different shows that it had basically spawned, and the cool things that they were able to do, like the fucking Crisis on Infinite Earths. I mean, seeing the animated, like the voice of animated slash, you know, the video game Batman, that was astonishing to see the actual live action version of him as old Batman in a, you know, robo suit, even though he was a bit corrupted and had seen some dark times. That was cool. And just all of the different characters that we got to see, and we're going to continue to see, because the damn universe, even though, you know, they got collapsed down into one universe and then recreated into a new multiverse apparently. So there's just gonna be so much room for so many different heroes for them to introduce now. And if they are half as good as some of the current shows are, I am super excited for all of the DC content coming. Because it is just awesome. I mean, like, Legends of Tomorrow started as this real serious time traveling through time to try and stop this crazy immortal being, essentially. And it has just turned into the fucking dumbest, hilarious nonsense ever. If you haven't seen Legends of Tomorrow and you want a good laugh, I highly recommend it. Only thing you need to know, there's a line, there's an episode where the characters are on a bus or a van. They're in like an RV, right? And there's a truth bug going around, and an officer pulls them over, and it's like, all right, well, what were you doing? And so obviously with the truth bug, he has to tell the truth. And so he goes, my friends and I are all time travelers. We kidnapped Nixon and we're headed to Disney World. That is the only thing you need to know about Legends of Tomorrow. It's fucking amazing. It is just ridiculous, over the top, hilarious, and yeah, they are always breaking the fourth wall, and it's like, are these characters able to do that? Are they like Deadpool? Or they just make them like that for the show because it's hilarious, where they're like, oh, our ratings are down, and, you know, oh, did we do the crossover? It's like, oh, did we win? The rest of us decided to not go to the crossover. What happened in it, guys? And then when they find out that Oliver Queen died, they go, see, this is why you don't do the crossover. People can die. And it's just hilarious. So, okay. I really need to... Okay. After this battle, I'm gonna check on Hadhad. Really, I am. I'm going to check on him and see if he has any more Axecraft, or if I'm just wasting my time doing this. So let's actually start using Flaming Fury. It costs a lot more AP, but we kind of need to use these moves instead. Well, because of that, I kind of have to focus on the battle so I remember. Because if I get talking again, I'm not going to remember shit when I get done with this battle. I might not remember shit even after this battle, like, just because I'm an idiot. Uruk Bane. Not enough to kill it, okay. Don't do that. Hey! Elagos learned the grace of Athelis. Or the Athelis. There you go. What does that one do for you? Might not get to see it. I don't know. Don't do anything. Oh, fine. He did something. Alright. The Grace of Athelis. Grant entire party health regeneration. Sweet. We really need to up her AP. Alright, Hadhon. Yeah, you're not good, Morwen. It's a good thing she leveled up, so I can go and now up her AP because it is garbage. 300. What the fuck is that? Oh, hey, you got that thing too? Cool. Hadhon. So there is, yeah. What? Durin Wrath. Counterattack is actually something you have to learn. It's not an actual passive skill. That's kind of bull. Was that the case with Barathor too? There's a lot more. Yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, I was thinking because of Durin, but I was thinking Rampage of Durin. I was like, there's gotta be like one left. No, there's a lot. Counterattack, Berserk, Spirit Cleave, Smite, Rampage of Durin, and then Mountain Hewer. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more. So, Hadhon, you're doing good. You're doing fine. There's also a lot more on Morwen's garbage. Not that much left on her spirit. Thiefcraft stuff. And Barathor we already know is done. Adriel we know is done, except for the Grace of the Eldar. She needs 3 more levels for that. And there's still a few more for Rangercraft. Alright, we still haven't done our crafting of mushrooms. Or getting to mushrooms anyways. Yeah, we're a long ways away from that. So we're pretty much done with our talk on Arrow and the Arrowverse. So that was my topic. That was the only topic I had, though. So, well, I guess, no, by the time this comes out, I will have already started our new Friday console game. So I was thinking I could bring up what we should play for that, but we already know what we're playing for that. It's insert name here. Because I don't know at the moment. I'm kind of waiting on you guys, and when nobody says anything like they normally do, then I will come up with what we're gonna play. But, I mean, I have an idea of what I want to play, and if I don't get anything, that's what I'm gonna play. So, we're basically just going to do a hypercut here of the new skills that we're learning anytime we level up or anything important happens. And that will do it. We'll be back once Helm's Deep is done. There you go, bag of old Toby. What? How did that wake him up? I picked his pocket while he was sleeping. That's some bullshit. Seize a skill point. What does that mean? What does seizing the skill point even do? my book tell me her abilities? Sees another skill point. Like, if you look at that, it says +1, like, when you look at the attacks here, like, watch right underneath the attack name, Hugh Armor. He hits it, +1 SP to Axecraft. When Morwen uses Steel skill, she gets 1 SP from the enemy. So is she stealing a skill point in Thiefcraft? That is my question. I mean, she's not doing it in stats. She doesn't have, like, stat points to add in. Allows Morwen to attempt to drain strength from a foe and add it to... Okay. Allows Morwen to attempt to seize skill points from a foe. Skill points in what? Like, you guys will have to, tell me back. Tell me... Well, I'm gonna know because I'm gonna do the editing. But... in playback here, we'll find out, you know, just what happened, because we have, when I was going through the skills, we have what this number was before, right? I think we do. Before we actually started that combat, and you can see how many times I used Thiefcraft and add the numbers and see if she's getting, like, plus more than 1, because that is going to be an amazing thing to just get rid of Morwen, because we could just keep stealing SP points and then be done with her so much sooner than we ever need to, or ever want. Yeah, so much sooner than ever, and then we just switch her out for Aeodone, and then boom. Oh my god, it's a miracle. I mean, I like him so much more, and I should just put him out and just never use her, but there are some parts of her abilities that are very useful. Morwen learned Poison Wounds. Then Hadhod learned Flames of Ruin. And Morwen learned Twin Wounds. And then Morwen learned Sneak Attack. Yes, so that's how Morwen's Steel skill works, we found out, is that it steals a skill point randomly and gives it to one of the skills. Weird, I know. But then Hadhod here is going to use Gift of Galadriel and learn Aura of Life, which doubles the health pool. And we're gonna show that off right here. Let's see us go. Just, well, maybe not double, but it does a lot. Morwen learned Paralyzing Wound. Hadhod learns Devastating Shield, which is Damaging Shield but ×3. Morwen learned Wrath of Penmark. Hadhod learned Haste of the Elves. And Elaghost here. Finally, we learned mushrooms. Craft those mushrooms, boy. And you know, we've done so much, we might as well have Morwen out front, because then she can level up and get the passive skills, and then she got Capture Strength. Then Morwen learned Stunning Cleave. And Hadhod here learns Power of the Valor, same as Idriel's Power of the Valor. Then Hadhod learned Counterattack, which isn't even really a move, it's bullshit. Elaghost learns Pierce Spirit. Oh yes, and then this jackass Urukai. 1 miss from Elaghost here. Let's have Idriel try something. Double Cleave. Miss. Okay, fine. Hadhod, how about you try, I don't know, go for Crippling Smash. That always works. Okay, he missed too. You know, you're being a real pain in the ass, Urukai. Doing a lot of damage there to worthless Morwen. Hey, Elaghost, how about you try another shot here. Piercing Might. Okay, this Urukai is really starting to piss me off at this point. Try again with Paralyzing Wound? No. Twin Wounds. Die! Okay. Fine, you wanna know what's not gonna miss? This. You son of a bitch. Flames of Ruin. This is completely overkill, but it was necessary at the time. Burn in hell. You stupid motherfucker. Oh, he's still alive? Not anymore. Flames of Ruin consumed him. That's how Flames of Ruin works, and I love it so much. And it hits all enemies, too, by the way. I think. And then Hadhod here learns Sleep. And Morwen learns Valorous Cleave. Valorous Cleave. And then Hadhod, Dragon Calling. One of my favorite moves, and so let's show it off. All of our enemies are asleep. This may be reminiscent from the movie. It's a firework. There hasn't been a dragon in these parts for 100 years. Well, it just wiped the Urukai out, except for that jackass. Woke him up. Luckily I had a mountain shield going, so didn't damage me any. So how about you just die, boy? Bye-bye now. Then Morwen learned Orcbane. Hadhod learned Drain Spirit. And then learned Suffocate Evil. And Morwen learned Rohirric Rampage. Hadhod learned, wait for it, Berserk. And then Morwen learned how to steal an action, which steals action points, which is really great. Necessary. And then she learned how to steal health, also good. Finally, Elagos learned, it took a long time for this one, but he got Northern Storm, which is a really cool move, so let's show that off right here. He can control nature. I mean, Hadhod controls fire. I guess Elagos controls lightning and earth. And also, Idril controls water. What does Berethor control? Nothing. That's a little bit overkill, but it was also really fun. And then Morwen learns how to seize dexterity, which is weird because it's not permanent. Hadhod learns how to do blinding light. And Morwen learns how to steal experience, which is permanent. Hadhod learns Spirit Cleave. Morwen learns Cloak of the Plains. And yes, now that Morwen has been leveled up enough, she won't get any more passive skills, so we're just gonna switch to Aeodon, and he will be who we play as walking around for the rest of the game, because he has 40 levels he needs to get. But we need to also switch him out with Morwen, because yes, we literally got every single move that Morwen will ever get, so that I don't have to play her in Osgiliath. So these are all of Aeodon's abilities. He's got Draining Health, Drain Spirit, Channel Health, Tap Reserve, and Dispel. And also all of those Spearcraft, Rupture Armor, Horse Lord, Skewer, sorry I couldn't read that, and Enraging Blow. We'll go over what all those do eventually. But, Elagos learns Fangorn Roots, his final move in the Ranger Craft. So Elagos is done, but we need to have 3 people, so we're gonna keep him on board. And let's show off Fangorn Roots. I really don't know what it does. I don't think I ever unlocked this one way back in the day, but it roots them in place, I think, so they can't move? Question mark? He gets this weird little swirly thing over his head, but I don't know what it does. And Aeodon learns how to do Rohirrim Rage. And then he also channels health to an ally. So he loses health, he learns Spirit Drought there. Yeah, he loses health and he gives it to Hadhod. Hadhod uses Crippling Smash to learn Smite. And then Aeodon uses his spear again to learn Wrath of Edoras. And that was all of the grinding that I have done. I had Elagos, because we have 3 guys, we kind of needed to go around and, you know, allow the other guys to get their skills. I wanted to prolong the fight, so I just had Elagos crafting whatever items I was a little low on. I was rounding them all up to a nice even 50 of each type of item, generally. So yeah, it's like, you know, some of the guys like needed to actually do combat attacks, like Hadhad and Aeodon. But other times it was like, oh, Aeodon can just, you know, do some of that spirit craft stuff. So all of that, in case you're wondering, took 8 hours. This whole thing from the start of the cutoff, the start of the time skip there, I guess you could say, time lapse, before all of the hypercuts. These are all the moves that we went through, but yeah, that took 8 hours. 8 hours of recording all that, and we completed everybody that we wanted to. Now Aeodon can do some work because he's got a lot of spirit craft. He's got some spear craft left too. Hadhad, I think, has like 1 more move left, and Elagos is done, so we don't have to worry. But he is really good at crowd control. So yes, as I was saying before, we're using Aeodon here to walk around, because whoever you're walking around as gets all of the quest experience. I'm not sure if this is right. Hold on, let me just see here if I remember the way back. It's one of 2 ways. It's either head down here to the exit of Helm's Deep before getting into a fight. Nope. You got into a fight. Alright. You guys want to fight me? You made a poor decision. I'm on my way out, boys. You can all go to sleep. Elagos is good for that. Crowd control, like I was saying. Those 2 are immune. Those 2 will die in other ways. Wrath of Edoras. 3-strike attack. You're the next up, so why don't we hit you? We need to work on your strength there, Aeodon. And Hadhad always causes a crit with Smite. That's what I like about it. Crit this. That was a crit. That was a sad excuse for a crit. Shut up. Bastard. Counter it. Thank you. That's a crit. So I like how Aeodon, like, when I started with him, he had Frenzy available to him. It's ridiculous. So essentially one thing that you can do with Aeodon, I didn't really show this that much when I was doing the real fast just skips and everything, is you can channel health to an ally. So he loses health, and then on the next attack that I do for him, I can drain health from the enemy. So it's just like, he can become a healer without really being a healer. You wanna see something fun? Here's a Northern Storm for all. Wait, Fangorn, yeah. Fangorn Roots only does 1, but this will hit everybody. We already showed this one off, but now we can show it off when it's hitting 4 enemies instead of just 1. Die, all of you. The lightning and the thunder. Smoldering, huh? Oh, it does lingering damage too. I didn't remember that. Cool. Anybody else? Thank you. You want to die too? No? You want to stay alive, huh? Alright, fine. Countered to death. Idiot. Gotta love when they do stupid shit like that. Oh, crack? What? We got the cracked elfstone of fire protection. That is a weird thing for you to give. Yep, there it is. I thought it was going through the gates, but there's also you can just go to the save point and hit travel back. But I figured going through the gates, that's what we always do. We always walk through the end when we do travel mode. So also, before we do anything here, so let's just go over these. Aedon's level 59. Morwen's 56. Barathor's 63. Idril is 59. Elagos is 69. Hadhod is 65. We got new equipment that nobody cares about. That's all. So, he has 2 more Spearcraft moves. He's got a lot more Spirit Craft moves. And this is the last thing that I never completed, was Aedon. 32 levels he needs to get. He needs to get 32 more levels before he learns Absorb Malice. Converts all damage done by spirit attacks into action points. Now, I don't know if that means that it converts all damage done by spirit attacks to Aedon into damage to his AP instead of his health, or if I get that much in action points instead of taking that damage from spirit attacks, because that would be amazing. But that's probably why it's 40 levels to get that. Yeah, like I said before, Morwen is completely done. Barathor has been completely done. Idril got the last levels to get the Grace of the Eldar, rather. Gives Idril the ability to automatically regenerate action points. We literally just finished off Elagos in that real quick move, and Crippling Might increases the effectiveness of the crippling shot. Hadhod still got 2 more on Axecraft. He's done with his spirit powers, he's done with his passive skills, and he's done with the Lightcraft. So there's not much left for these characters. I tried to always keep the fighting itself, the battle, or the as few battles as possible when I was doing traveling, because that way I was able to get the least amount of experience while getting the most amount of skills. So I'm gonna try for this chest here, but I think we're gonna have to fight first. No? Okay, on 3rd Age Hammer Hand Pin of Might. The Hammer of Helm Hammer Hand?
In his first attack, Sauron tested Osgiliath and the will of Gondor.
That he did.
Then in his second attack, he moved catapults in the eastern ruins.
And then Gothmog came.
The river, but only as feints to test Faramir, who led the defense after Boromir.
Yeah, good job, Faramir.
Now Sauron attacks in earnest, ordering them to cross with rafts built in secret.
Sure.
They will overwhelm Faramir's force here. Gondor is too weak to hold such an extended defense. Such is Denethor's folly.
I was just about to say, Denethor is too stupid to realize that, though. So you get the new pin, huh? Sure. The Hammer Hand Pin. The Helm Hammer Hand? I mean, there's so many chests. I could go to that one over there, or I could go to that one over there. I feel like the battle... Okay, the battle is that way. Good.